Hello, hello. This is Mary the Psychic Shaman, and we are going to do an updated video on how to use your resin burner. So in this video, instead of like the prior video where I showed you how to use tinfoil, which I will again show you how to do, but I'm going to show you the different steps, how you can use an actual charcoal brisket. Not like what you're using for grilling, but how you can use your charcoal burner the way that it is intended for, and also a couple different ways. So we will get started. I'm going to flip my camera down so you can see what I'm doing, and we will go from there. Okay, so what we got here, I've got two resin burners. There's this one, and they're both off of Amazon. This one is wider and works better with the method that I will show you with the tinfoil, where you don't have to use the charcoal. And this one is just, I think a lot of people have this one. This one I use with the charcoal. Always use these little bottom plates. These suckers get really hot. You can put them in a little pot and go around the house, like if you happen to be smoking out your basement or something of the sort, with frankincense or whatever incense you like, then I would suggest, to make it mobile, putting it in something, because these get really hot. You will burn yourself. So first, if we're going for these, there are all kinds of different ones of these. I'm using Starlight, which again is an Amazon thing. So these are the charcoal little brisket tablet things. They do have a little indent here so you can put your incense in, whether resin or herbal. Now, a lot of times I will break these into four if I'm just using a small amount. The only problem with that is it doesn't then have this little divot, which makes the incense stick. You almost have to use the full tablet when you're doing the herbal type incense. Breaking it into four actually does work for if you're using the little resin globules. So these are kind of fun because they all light up. So really you are just lighting up this little charcoal brisket, and it's fully lit when it will, I wonder if you'll see, it'll start going across the whole entire charcoal tablet. It'll start. See how it's doing that? There we go. Now it should do the sparkling, go all the way across the whole thing. I don't always have patience, so a lot of times I will start it from the other side as well. See how it's sparking? That's what you want. You want those little sparks to go all the way across this little charcoal disc. Now, the one thing about this, I do not like using these charcoal discs. You see the smoke coming off. They smell. I don't like it. I much rather would go with the different method, whether this one or this one. But all for the sake of showing you how to use these, I will do so. You did notice I flipped these upside down. So on that one, it's upside down to hold the charcoal disc. Now, you can use, like I said, herbals. You can use the resins. I allow this to go. Some people let this sit for 5 minutes or so before they put anything on it. I just wait till it's hot. I mean, you can feel how much heat is coming off of this sucker. So once it's done doing the little sparky doodles, then I will start using it. So this is just some leftover incense I had from a little spell I was doing. Has lavender, sage, and I don't remember what else. So you can just sprinkle some on. And there, it starts smoking. Can you see that smoke? I don't know if you can see that. What can make you see that smoke? Does that make you see it? Yeah, you can see it a little bit there. See, it is starting to smoke now. I can smell that. And you keep feeding it for however much incense you want. Now, the resins are a lot of fun too. Right now I have frankincense, but you can use any of these resins. And really you just need a little guy to test this out. Be careful, don't touch it. That charcoal tablet is hot. And this will start. You'll see it starting to melt. See, there is smoke coming off of there. If you need to adjust something, do not use your fingers. Guys, this is, like I said, it's hot. See, it's starting to melt. And that will take off. So while that is working, you will also notice when what happens with these charcoal tablets is they, just like any charcoal, it's going to gray out and it'll turn to ash. Wait for it to completely cool off. And this, because this gets really hot too, before you dump it into whatever. I save my ashes to make black salt. But of course you can dump it. If you need to put it out, take it outside and throw some water on it. So let's move on to the lovely non-charcoal method. Well, this one's fun. See if it works. This is butane. I found this online as well. This is a lot easier if you need to get portable. So you unscrew it, and right now I've got some different incense in there. There's both herbal and I'm not sure, it looks like frankincense, but that's in there. And if I did just fill this up, you fill it up with butane, which, where's my butane? Right here, which is the same as a lighter. Just do it like that to fill it. Let's see if this guy is going to want to work. This is, see, this is kind of fun because you don't burn yourself and you can just do this without any charcoal, so no smell of charcoal, and it works pretty fast. You can adjust the flame down here. And so this works if you need to get portable, like I said, going to the basement. If you want to clear out your basement from any heavy energies, this works. So that one is a lot of fun. So let's move on to the candle method that I have spoken of, which you put a candle in there. You make these little, I've got a couple here. This one's been well used. It's all crunchy. So you're making out of tin foil, you're making this little cup basically. Do not use dollar store tin foil, please. Use the heavy duty, like the grilling tin foil. Make sure you at least double it, even the grilling, double it up. You know, you can even make it do more than double up because if you don't, you can actually, this can catch fire. So it is a fire hazard. So make sure you have a big enough or a thick enough piece here. So what I do is I just grab anything. You can use a small pill bottle too to make this little cup. This is bigger than necessary, but we are going to use it anyways. And you're just making a cup so nothing comes out of it. Again, this is heavy duty tin foil. This one, well, this one is actually just normal Reynolds tin foil, which is quartered, I believe. So what you're going to do is light this candle. This time I'm flipping this up. And again, this works better on a larger, wider resin burner, incense burner here. And here you can use whatever you want, whether it be resin or herbal incense. I am going to use resin. That one is still burning. See, you can see that one. The charcoal disc on this one is starting to turn gray. And when it's all gray, then it's done. So this, you can kind of work with this. So I've got a little globule on this tin foil. I'm going to place this in there. Remember that this, well, know that this tin foil gets really hot too. So place it over the flame to get it going. You can move depending on how much smoke you want and how much you know of the incense you want and how much you don't. So with this, I'm getting this going because I just lit this candle. We got to warm up the tin foil. I can hear it right now sizzling. So it is melting. And there starts, let me see if I can move this guy a little bit. There starts the smoke. Oh, let's see. Can you see that? Oh, there. So you got smoke coming off of there. Now you can keep it on. Oh, there comes quite a bit. So you can keep it right directly on the flame if you like. Make sure you're always right with when you're using this method. Just in case something does happen. You do not want to start a fire. Same with any incense, you really should be in the room, or a candle. So this, now you can, because it's going here, you can move it a little off the flame if you want less of the smoke. You can add your herbal incense as well. And like I said, this method is just great if you don't have one of these, or you don't want to sit and hold this, you want it going for a while in the same room, then this works well. If you don't like the smell of charcoal, which I don't. Charcoal actually does add its own smoke as well instead of just the incense. This will add just the incense. So you got that going. So that is really it for the incense burner. We have 3 methods. How to use it with charcoal, how these are usually intended. How to use these awesome little things you can buy online, which is an incense burner with using butane that you just hold. And it's pretty instant once you warm it. There we go. See? Pretty instant. And then you've got the tinfoil method, which, if you watch the other video, is a method that I learned from a psychic friend of mine, Dave Thompson. He's got quite a few little nifty tricks. So there you have it. You've got 3 different methods. And if you have any questions, drop a comment, let me know. And that's about it. Go ahead and check out, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, check us out there too. Link is in the description. See you guys later.